Oh, making it. We're making it. And we're making it. We are drawing. Look at this drawing. Yep, there we go. Already starting with the face. He's already starting with that face. Ah, look at that. Look at the jaws. Look at the shoulders. That's good. Like those teeth. Oh, mama. Here comes some eyebrows. Here comes a nose. Here comes teeth. Here comes chin. There went the chin. Now we're going to finish off these here shoulders and the torso. And we're going to make actual shoulders and arms. Not just a couple shoulders, but some arms and a chesticles. And then we're going to have some biceps. Wait a minute, he's got 4 arms. He's got 4 arms. Oh, look at that arm. Arm. Arm is Aquaman's brother. Did you know that? He sure as hell is. Orm, the Ocean Master. And this is going to be Goro, the champion of the Mortals Combatants from that popular video game series, Mortal Combatants. Mortal Combatants. And that game did a lot for a lot of people. No, it didn't. It really didn't do anything at all. It made some really dumb arguments that were still. Actually, we're not worried about them anymore. Who gives a shit about video game ratings? Who cares? You guys want to get into it? Do you want to get into it? Because I stopped playing video games. I really did. I'm trying to play them. I'm trying. I just can't get into them anymore. I can't do it because I'm not going to spend $500 to play a friggin' video game. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to spend what I could be spending on better things than play game. You play game? I had a fun time playing this game. And you know what? I don't know. Because sometimes we just don't want to do it no more. It gets old. I also really stopped. I kind of dropped off on reading comic books. But I did download that DC Universe application to my cellular telephone, and I am probably going to go ahead and keep it because it's a lot more convenient to read some books on there. I don't really love reading books on my phone, but I don't give no rip. I don't give a rip. So here's a little taste of GORO. GORO, that's how they talk like in rural parts. They call him GORO. GORO. Why do people that have accents like a Kentuckian? There's my hair. How do people that have accents like in Kentucky, they have to say, "Hey, there is this. There is this." Why can't they just say, "Hey, there's this"? But they have to say, "Hey, there is this. This kind of thing." I hate it. I don't hate you because you're from someplace, but I don't like the way you talk. I don't like it. I like Sling Blade. Sling Blade don't talk like that. He says, I want some potatoes. Or that part in Sling Blade where he goes, I want some potatoes. Hey, you guys got them potatoes? I want me to get some of those French fries and some potatoes. And I reckon you got some potatoes in there. There ain't no gas in this here lawnmower. I want some potatoes and they're French fried. And then you got like we'll get Forrest Gump who says, I've got a bunch of chocolate. I got a bunch of chocolate. You want some chocolate? I don't want you to know that I used to wear braces on my legs, but I did. And I'll run real fast. I can run like the wind blows. That's what he says. I'm just funning. I know exactly what he says. He says, now you wouldn't believe me if I told you, but I can run like the wind blows. And from that day on, if I was going somewhere, I was running. And he did. He ran like hell. Do y'all remember Forrest Gump? Forrest Gump. Hey, Forrest, you better run. You better run, Forrest. That was probably in another draft. I bet that was in another draft of that show. You know what I also love? I love when people call movies shows and say, that's not a very good show. Do you ever seen that show? You watch that show? Remember whenever I was in junior high and the X-Men movie would be coming out and people would say, I'd say, hey, you guys, it's going to be really fun. The X-Men movie's going to come out this summer. It's going to be awesome. And they'd say, you watch that show? You watch that show? Like, it's not a show. It has shows based on a book, a comic book, okay? And then I'd get made fun of some more. But you know what? Who's laughing now? They're out there doing a bunch of nothing. And they were wrong. They should have invested. They should have invested their time and their hearts and their love for it. But they didn't do it because they were butt holes. And I'll tell you one thing. I am excited because what are we gonna do? We got several different fun movies coming up. We got the Venom, and he's one of those. He's like a slime guy. He's got slime on him, and he shoots slime at his mouth. He's kind of like made out of Gak. Remember Gak? Nickelodeon Gak. Hey, dude, it's a little wild and a little strange when you make your home out on the range. Start your horse and come along. Can't get a ride if you can't hold on. Singing, yippee-ki-yay, yippee-ki-yay, what? Like the cowboys say. Sing it again now. Yippee-ki-yay, till the break of day. Get along, little doggies. Watch out for those man-eating jackrabbits and that killer cacti. Hey, dude. And then you have Salute Your Shorts and Double Dare. What would you do? What would you do? And then you have Guts. Let's go to Mo. And then we would have that was Legends of the Hidden Temple with Olmec, and he would say, and that guy, the hosts of those Nickelodeon game shows, they did not want to be there. Oh my God, that's almost like have that. Well, that is. It's they're trying to host a show and corral kids. If you watch those shows, God, those guys did not. They were not happy. They were not happy, especially Mike O'Malley. Whenever he was on, get the picture. He must have hated that. That's what I would if I was going to interview. Sometimes I think if I'm going to interview a celebrity, I'm going to be like, what would I ask these people? You know, I really want to. really would like to look up. The problem is somebody's probably already done it, but I really want to look up Mike O'Malley and the dudes that hosted those shows and get the real deal. Because if we get in these interviews with them, probably at some con somewhere, they're going to be like, it was great. It was a great experience. That's not true. Just ruin your image, man. Just say, oh my God, it was awful. And they probably had to go take massive amounts of blow before they would get up on stage. Some of them had to have. Mark Summers? Probably not. Probably not. But I bet, God, there was the maze. Remember the maze? It was like there was one dude that would host like 19 of these things. The dudes from what Wild and Crazy Kids. Remember Wild and Crazy Kids? The guys on there. One of those guys. The there were three guys. There was some dude, a woman. There were two girls, and then there was another guy, Omar Gooding. You know who Omar Gooding is? Do you know who Omar Gooding is? He's Cuba Gooding Jr.'s like brother or cousin. They are related. And then he ended up being in that Disney Channel show Smart Guy with the brother of Tia and Tamara Mowry, who were on Sister Sister 90s. Cuba Gooding Jr., Omar Gooding, brothers, cousins, something, but they were related. I just found that out. That is nuts. Speaking of nuts, working on the crotchal region here again, and we're gonna want to highlight the crotchal region that much, not that much. Let's tone that down just a little bit. Okay, that's probably all right. Anywho, so, and you know what? You don't really see a whole hell of a lot of speedos on characters anymore. GORO wears a speedo. You know, a lot of swimmers wear speedos too. They call them, you know what they do? You know what they call them now? Instead of they say underwear, they don't call them underwears. They always said everybody had the joke of Superman saying he wears his underwear on the outside. Isn't that funny? But no, they call them shorts. They're shorts. And GORO's wearing a friggin' speedo. If he's not wearing some kind of speedo and sumo wrestling combination thingy. And oh man, 90s, y'all. The 90s. Starting to sound like a parent complaining about things were better back in the decade before last. But, you know what? If I went back to the 90s, would I enjoy it more? Not really. I can watch damn near any TV show that has ever been on a television. Ever. Isn't that nuts? That is nuts. I can go back and I can watch any show in order and not have to have commercials with them. That is insane. I really think I should build up an entire library of like all the cartoons and Saturday morning stuff that I used to watch. Wouldn't that be great? Oh, if somebody could collect like Power Rangers, Batman the Animated Series, Spider-Man, Captain Planet, Beast Wars. I never watched VR Troopers, and I watched some of Superhuman Samurai Cyber Squad, and I watched Tattooed Teenage Alien Fighters from Beverly Hills, which you can watch on YouTube and stuff. Oh man, that'd be fun. That's a good idea. Everybody go do that. After you watch this, go find Tattooed Teenage Alien Fighters from Beverly Hills and say, God, this was a real piece of shit. Real piece of shit. What's not a piece of shit right here is this GORO. Look at that GORO. By Cool Dojo, y'all. You can get it on a t-shirt. GORO lives. CoolDojo.com.